If we handed you a random product and social media network, could you find a market for the product and sell a bunch of them? Or what if you saw a brand new opportunity on social media? Would you know how to capitalize, or are you going to wait until somebody spoon feeds you the answer? Welcome to the Digital Marketing Misfits show, where we, a group of experienced marketers, take on ridiculous and often hilarious marketing challenges to put our skills to the test. We also discuss current marketing events, trends we see on social media, and more. Digital Marketing Misfits is like your favorite morning radio show, except we've applied that entertaining style to the often boring subject of digital marketing. So tune in for some pure marketing mayhem as we make marketing fun again on the Digital Marketing Misfits show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Digital Marketing Misfits, episode 35. We're getting up there, and I think this is the closest we've come to starting on time in a long, long time.
I've been growing this beard for 32 episodes too.
What'd you say?
I've been growing this beard for 32 episodes.
We're looking like bad by episode 70. So tonight's kind of a loose schedule where there's a lot of topics, but none of them were really standing out. But what did you guys have? Do we want to talk about hate comments first?
Yeah,
we'll just come out firing.
I like it.
All right. So there was an you may have seen that Alex Hormozy TikTok that came across where he had an older white guy who was talking about investing, and all the hate comments were just telling him, this guy doesn't know shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And really, there's just a whole bunch of hate and vitriol. The guy that they were talking about was Ray Dalio. One of the greatest investors of all time. Yeah. He has a great YouTube channel. Ray, it's a short, shameless plug, but go check it out. But it basically recalibrated Alex's, and when I watched it, mine is hate comments don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Like that, like if Ray Dalio is getting hate on investing, and Alex Hormozy gets hate on business, like they think he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So it's usually a reflection of them, not of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get a fair amount of hate online too. That's a fun thing. But
I feel a little sorry sometimes though when you get the hate comments from the people going, "Who's this guy? Doesn't even know what he's talking about," and you've got the two comments board behind you and stuff, and it's like,
I thrive on that. It's so much fun. It's like, you ever see my responses though, where I talk about, oh yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, and like I slowly pan.
Yeah.
Some people catch it, others don't.
It's funny to me that most of the haters have no pieces of content posted on their page, and it's like an anon a photo, like it's just either anonymous or it's just some random photo of like a beach or like, right, because they think that that they can just go around the internet and just say whatever the fuck they want, and no there will be no retribution, right? So those people, they really mean nothing. Right. So like if you have lots of haters, 99% of them are anonymous trolls anyways, and that's just literally what they do. Yeah. So it's best to not pay them any attention.
And Dom has that special kind of hate comment where they are showing their face, they do think they know something, and they're willing to like make a statement with their full chest and then get torn to shreds. And that's it brings so much warmth and joy to my heart.
Genuinely, yes.
Oh, like, literally.
When I get stitched, well, I don't know. Old boy doesn't know what he's talking about. I love that. It's so great.
Why aren't you in jail?
You should be arrested. Those are the good ones. But yeah, if you can draw, again, you got to be able to draw the stitch. Like Barb was saying, people come and they say they're the whole ass chest, and you're just like, hell on yourself. But yeah, I think it's also part of being polarizing. And if you're not getting hate, you're too vanilla. So many people are afraid to kind of step out of that kind of like, oh, let's all just kind of be positive. Don't say anything that anyone might disagree with. And that's not gonna, you're just gonna blend into the fold, and you're not gonna get noticed by anyone, potential customer or even people you want to network with. I can't tell you how many times I make something that a lot of people don't agree with, or I'll say the things that a lot of people are thinking, and all of a sudden that follow notification comes from some big accounts, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You're like, that person hit the follow button.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
don't be
they're not
afraid to
out
step
there.
out there.
They're not out there following this toxic positivity. Like, let's all be best friends and sing Kumbaya on 17-person lives together.
Ugh.
Be real.
Let's all sell the same thing.
And be the exact, like, there's no differentiation.
No.
And that's like the
Nope.
quickest way to a slow marketing death. Like, you might do well for 6 months,
Yeah.
but after the market becomes flooded with 27,000 other carbon copies of you, literally with a different hair color and child crying in the background, like, you will go down.
Or
happen.
breastfeeding. They're breastfeeding them now. Nothing against that, but it's like, I mean,
At least they're finally taking care of their kids.
that's true. Instead of them screaming in the background.
Oh my.
It's like the polar opposite of like bro marketing. And it's
It's true though.
like
It's the female version of bro marketing. Is what
it's
you mean.
great. It's
Yeah.
great. So like we are the podcast meme of all of them. Like they're gonna clip. We will when we're on episode 80, we will look back on this episode and at some point we'll be laughing at it again and be like, oh God, yeah, we were onto something there.
What's the new Sensi topic this week? Little Row
It's like Tupperware.
Tupperware.
But Tupperware was actually a good product.
Listen, but they had Tupperware parties, Tom. Are you old enough to know
People,
that? In the
yeah.
70s, with
They
the
have
smoking
live
and the bag.
No, not in the
Yeah.
70s. I was
Yeah.
born 88. So like, come on.
So back then, all the Air Force wives, sorry, on the bases, they'd do. That's what they'd get together and they'd do the Tupperware shit. My mom, and all of them.
My mom had Tupperware parties too. I'm not telling you, Tupperware was good shit. 30 years later, it's still in perfect condition.
But that was a business. It was like the Tupperware party was the business, and it wasn't.
But the product was good. That's what the only
Yeah.
time I'll give it a pass. If the product is good.
At least you're selling Tupperware. Like, at least you're selling an actual product and not like admission into the Tupperware party.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
each person can sell tickets to the Tupperware party
Yeah.
and give you a cut. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's an actual product and not just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is ironically why I think Tupperware isn't around anymore, because the product was too good.
Easily.
Because people didn't
It
have a
was
reason
easily
to buy
copied.
more.
It
What?
Easily
withstood
copied.
Uncle Rico. That's all that matters.
Well, it was easily copied, and then it wasn't special anymore. Everybody's got it. Ziploc, all of them. Everybody's got Tupperware. Same thing.
Yeah, the land of the cheap Tupperware,
Yeah.
where you can throw it away if you want to,
Which is
came about.
exactly what we're talking about, aren't
It's
we?
like Kleenex, right? Blanket tissues.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody calls them Kleenex.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh yeah. Name brand recognition. When your brand becomes a verb, you Google stuff. Yeah.
I believe you, Nathan.
So don't brand yourself behind a product. Build your own personal thing.
Yes.
I believe that.
Tupperware from the 70s in our cupboards. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
still use mine every single day. I still have it.
That was off the rails.
Oh, is absolutely. But I'm trying to bring it back here. I mean, there are certain. All right, I'm going to bring it back here on the rails. Has anybody taken, or there's books in our field that I think will always be around. That will always say, "Hey, remember that." Like the $100 million leads, $100 million offers, the Brunson books. I feel now, right now, yeah, they're there, they're here, but I think those are going to stand the test of time. Like 20 years. Like, Jason, what's that book that you had?
Which one? Everything that is up at my top shelf.
Oh, I thought
Is
you
the
had
ones
a
that gonna-
question. You're like,
No, it's everything that I have on my top shelf is going to stand the test of time. But which book are you asking about?
I don't know. Go grab one. We'll talk about it.
But
Isn't
they
there one that was like $800?
but they are just regurgitated from older marketing, packaged really well. I like the Hormozy book. I've got 3 of them, but it's not. There's really nothing new in there.
Which is why it stands the test of time. Yeah, breakthrough advert. That's the one.
Yeah,
That's-
this was
yeah.
at the time it was $700 for
Yeah.
this book because it was no longer published and everybody wanted this book. And this is an old book, but it stands the test of time.
Sure.
Now there is a guy who ended up buying the rights to it and he's reprinting. So now you can get them for like less than $100, but it's still $100 for a paperback book.
Yeah.
Still, that is mind blowing even today. for just this. I mean, look at how much we paid for Alex Hormozzi's book. That obviously it's paperback, but
Mine's a hardcover.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny to me that
Yeah.
I was going to say it's funny to me that there is a lot of marketing from the 80s and 90s, like the Dan Kennedy stuff, the magnetic
Jason
marketing.
got the paper
There is a lot of direct marketing stuff.
yeah, perfect.
Whoa.
Was that you?
I saw that coming a mile away.
Surprised you didn't cut your toe off.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I leave that up to Dom.
Right. Yeah, a lot of that direct marketing stuff from the 80s, 90s, a lot of that stuff does have the marketing principles from, say, like the 40s, 50s, and 60s were kind of like rewritten and reused in the 80s and 90s. And in the internet age, which is incredible, is that because a lot of this stuff is based off of psychology, psychology, and things like that. And human psychology does not change. So like what worked in the 30s, 40s, and 50s with the way that they styled their copy, it still works today, just in a different form. So a lot of these books that are written that have stand the test of time, it's because they're just tried and true marketing style, marketing strategies.
Right.
And those strategies will never, ever die. All the Russell Brunson books will probably, because Russell Brunson wrote those books based off of Dan Kennedy, and Dan Kennedy based all of his books off of the old marketing stuff. So it's just, it's never going away.
I think that there will be a special time that there will be a new book that comes out. We don't know when it'll be, but someone will write one about capturing video attention in this really short attention span world. And it's to be able to spot that, it's kind of cool. But when I think about books that have been timeless in my life before I ever got in this space, excuse me, on brand here, it's all been like autobiographies. They've like impacted, or a person has written the book about a particular habit that they've taught themselves to take action that then changes your life. Mel Robbins comes to mind. Simon Sinek. Some of those books are very impactful, and I think that they will test some time in leadership.
Does Gary Vee have a book?
Gary Vee has a couple.
Multiple books.
Crush It. Okay, yeah.
He's got like 7 that are Crush It times like 7.
Huh.
He has Jab, Jab, Right Hook. Jab, Jab, Right Hook is all about give, give, give.
And then ask.
It's pretty good. I listened to it on the way to Texas. One trip.
I got a backup in my Audible. People keep fucking publishing though too. There's like a million podcasts, and then I've got all these audiobooks that are backing up. I don't have enough time in the car anymore.
Are you ever in your car?
No. I know I am. It's literally like 5 minutes to the store.
He has like 1,000 miles on his car a year, maybe
1,800. That's about it. That's all I put. Dude, and it's funny. Before I started doing this, I was driving 35,000 miles a year, running around with the car business.
I feel like I'm going to drive more than that, picking all you guys up from the airport and back to the hotel next week.
Dude, my car starts like twice.
Couldn't you all land at the same time or close to it? It's
How far are we apart?
Reagan, you and I are going to wait for Dom and then go to the hotel. Then I'm going to go back and get Jamar. I think Jason and Jamar.
I'm coming the next day.
And then, I'm
calling the 27th.
We are cats.
And then Braden's coming in at 6. Prime traffic.
Fine.
Braden, you can Uber and write it off.
No, I'll get you. Bray Bear.
Scotty. All right. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, was it 2 weeks from Funnel Hacking Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have we figured out logistics of podcasting for them the next episode?
I sent an article that tells you kind of how to do it, but at the end of the day, there's no reason that we can't just kind of do this in person.
We could, yeah. We'd have to find multiple mics though, or we're just going to crowd around the same mic the whole time.
You can hook up like 2 mics to one computer.
I don't know how.
With a dongle.
Let's malinger around the stage, and then when all the help goes home, we'll be on ClickFunnels stage and just do it.
Plug into their stuff. I'm
Yeah.
sure they just plug right in.
They wouldn't
Fine.
mind.
I can attest that their security is not that great. So.
Scotty,
You
do
can
you have
have
a
our
Yeti?
audience.
Scotty, you got a Yeti, didn't you?
Yes, he does.
I mean, we could set the Yeti where it
Yeah.
picks up on both sides.
I thought everyone was bringing their Yeti in their travel bag. No.
Oh no,
I'll
I
bring
gave that
mine.
away.
I'm bringing my wireless lav. I'm not packing a Yeti. I heard it's a hard time getting them through security, but Scott asked,
Check a fucking bag.
That makes a whole lot of freaking sense.
what?
The thought of a Yeti inside of a bag, like just putting that through the scanner and seeing that.
I'm sure they've seen more unusual things.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It is what it is. But yeah, Scott, I was in the car business. Scott asked here, was I never in the car business? I was. That's actually where I started. I started selling, and then I worked my way back into the F&I office and then the internet department. And then I actually left the dealership world to go start my own car rental business on an app called Hire Car, which was a lot like Turo. And then I was beholden to an app's terms of service. They changed it and it put me out of business, which was like a month before COVID started. So it was literally, it was a blessing in disguise. Because I would have had 24 cars running around the city of Philadelphia during COVID. Would not have been fun.
You would not have been able to get those back.
Nope.
either.
No. They were not the most. That wasn't the most quality clientele. There's a lot of cars got dinged and people didn't really care. A couple of them but one guy actually got busted with drugs in the car. That was a fun call from the police. One guy committed an armed robbery.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got a call from the Philadelphia police. Like, yeah, there's a guy that came out of your car with a firearm, held somebody up in an ATM, and I was like,
That's the most
That's
Philly
not
thing
me.
ever.
what is that?
It's very Philly.
I mean, Pennsylvania, that's just on point, right on point with Pennsylvania.
Well, I mean, well, they caught the guy. They caught him this afternoon.
They
or this
did.
morning. So-
Oh yeah, I heard a dog bit him.
Oh, is that what happened? I didn't see that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I saw some headline on YouTube, or was reading a comment on YouTube that was
Good for that
Yes.
dog.
That's a good
Yeah,
boy.
I'm like, you better work.
Yeah. Well, Jason's got a manhunt going in his hood now too.
Oh yeah,
Some guy they were doing a handcuff transfer. What he gets let you just sprint went off.
I didn't read the whole article. It's
I thought you
I'm
were
sure
talking
where I
about that
live.
guy. Okay, that makes sense.
No, we were talking about was it Danilo Cavalcante? He's been on run for-
I just hope they block off that area that somebody just did that in a few weeks prior to him escaping. Like, common sense tells me they should block off that area before we have Prison Break season 7.
Well, they had brought in like consultants, like prison consultants, to figure out how to keep that from happening again. They're like, yeah, just put a bunch of razor wire in there.
that was it. Yeah.
Obviously did not do anything. So
He slipped through it.
Sharper razor, more of it.
yeah, he just came out with short hair and clean shaven.
Yeah.
Well, what's bizarre is this guy is small. So, like,
He could fit between the razor wire.
They make the best criminals.
Although, think about this though, that razor wire company do not. Their stock's probably tanking. That's not good marketing for them.
No.
Oh, we're off the rails again. This is fun.
Yeah, we're off the rails.
All right, we're bringing it back into here.
What's
So,
the next one? On to Taylor Swift now.
yeah, Brandon, you said something about Taylor Swift and someone.
oh, are we talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? Like,
Wait, what?
that has like nothing to do with this podcast. I was just kidding, but sure.
What about the
Oh.
guy that was talking about the Taylor Swift Super Bowl ad where she's riding a scooter?
That's the one that actually we were going to talk about on the podcast. Swifty over here is hoping, also Kansas City Chiefs fan is hoping that those two end up dating. Just saying. That's all we'll talk about on the pod, though.
Wait, good comment here because I think everyone's gonna have thoughts. I'm not the only one. What are my thoughts on Andy Elliott, the world's best car salesman?
I think
You
if
guys
you're
know
going
who
to be a
Andy
good
Elliott
car
is.
salesman, you're not really a good human. But what do I know?
The bald guy with the
Yeah.
capris and the loafers.
Instead of All
Bring
right.
him up.
All right. Instead of talking about him, the car salesman, let's take a step back and realize what he's doing with the content that he's actually putting out. Right? He's putting out an insane amount of content. Why? It's because he's literally taking a book out of Hormozy at this point. Out of Alex Hormozy, he's saying, I'm going to force feed you guys as much content of me and chop it up and put it out all over social media. His brand is massive now. People who aren't even interested in sales and being a car salesman, they literally know he's becoming, within 6 months, he'll be a household name. Like that is the power of the volume of content that you can put out.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
This guy.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
You've probably seen this guy on TikTok.
Oh,
The only
God.
time I've ever seen him is when you sent a video in a chat once.
Yeah,
What
he's
a
all
douche nozzle.
He looks
Clip
really
that.
aggressive.
Fuck that guy.
that's this.
Whether you like him or you hate him, he is putting out so much content that within the next year, a lot of people are going to know who he is and who he serves.
It makes
He
sense.
looks like Andrew Tate, sort of.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the same appeal to that kind of wannabe alpha guy who's I'm 20 years old, I'm insecure. Like that's who it kind of appeals to. And I've seen people like that come in. We had a whole conversation one night about
Dom, don't take this the wrong way,
what?
but he's a car salesman.
100%.
And he's doing, and you're like, dude, you're a fucking car salesman. You
Sales-
know where you are.
Sales
okay?
in general, though, sales goes across many. Car sales is like what everybody
Car sales
hates.
is like the bottom of the barrel, though.
I use
know what I
that
mean?
word because I
It's
don't
like-
want to deal with the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might have, if he's Wall Street doing that, people are like, okay, Gordon Gekko, cool. Dude, you're a car salesman with tight pants that you wear no socks. Oh my God. I think he's going to be gone in a year. I think people are just going to run him out of town and be like, nobody's going to want to touch him.
Yeah. Well, the problem with
I don't
guys
think
like
so.
that would come through, they don't stick at a dealership for long.
Right.
They go in, they beat up on all the customers, and they're basically, they have a whole like air about, and like other salespeople hate them, but they're not there to make friends. They're there to make deals, and they're like, oh, I'm going to make money. I don't care who I step on to get it. Like I'm not like it's horrendous when one of those guys comes through and then they leave for whatever greener pastures, or there's a better pay plan somewhere, or someone gives them a manager job, and they just kind of keep blowing out from store to store to store because they are like, the store is lucky to have me, and I'm going to go wherever I want. And it's a headache. I've had a couple of guys like that come through, and they sell 20 cars a month for like 6 months, and they blow out to go to somewhere else.
Sounds like bro marketing.
Yeah.
It does.
Back on that topic of
Don't good guy car salesmen do well too, though? They're just under the wire. You know what I mean?
Yes. But the good guys that'll do 20 cars a month, they won't come out of the gate doing 20 cars a month. They get at least 1 or 2 lease cycles. So it takes about 6-ish years. But they get to a point where they've got people coming in saying, hey, Hank, I'm ready for my next car. What do you got?
Right.
And if you've got that kind of, and again, someone there, and I have 8 years later, I have people coming back to my first dealership coming in asking for me, and like, oh no, he hasn't worked here in almost a decade.
Yeah.
It just happens when you have a relationship with that customer, when you talk to that person like they're a person, and now you don't see them as like a freaking commission check.
Right.
Dude, it compounds. Like I never came out of the gate. I was doing 8-10 cars a month. I was a below average salesman in the beginning, but as things go in, as you get those lease cycles, people start coming back, and you keep selling people, and you get more lease cycles under your belt. All of a sudden you're backstroking into 15-20 cars a month.
Monthly recurring revenue.
Yes.
You still
Except
stand by
guaranteed. And you only get paid a couple $100 every 3 years. So it's not the best for him, but yeah.
Yeah, so like the whole system that I just heard is you build a brand. It grew a little slower than the big alpha dude that wants to come in screaming, look at me, look at me. But in the long run, you're the one that's going to wind up being the winner versus the dude that wants to come in and be the douche nozzle, as Scotty called it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy being a douche nozzle might make more money, but that's
Oh,
all he
absolutely
cares about.
will.
He'll make more money.
You
But
know,
who makes more money consistently?
Good question.
And who can come into the dealership at 9 a.m. and leave at 8 and still have the same amount of customers that are
Are you gonna have to spend your monthly salary on bodyguards? Because that guy is. Because somebody's gonna fuck him up. Seriously.
Yeah.
And he's not a big dude. He's okay, cool gym guy, but yeah, he looks like one good pop in the face. He wouldn't know what the hell happened. So
Scotty's itching for a fight.
I'm not, dude.
He's going. He's like, yeah, I better not see him at Funnel Hacking Live.
Better not see him. Hey, dick. Nice pants.
Oh God. But no, I mean, but again, his content though, going back to what Jamar said about his content, it's polarizing. It appeals to exactly who he wants to sell to.
Oh yeah.
And it pushes everybody else miles away, but they still talk about him.
Yeah.
And there's enough of his content being posted that even if you get onto that algorithm where you maybe watched his video for 14 out of the 17 seconds that video ran, and the algorithm's like, ooh, you like this? You like this? And the next thing you know, everywhere you go and everything you look at is this dude, is like his content. And you're like, I don't even like this guy. They keep serving him, serving me, because he's got so much of it out there now that you'll swipe and you'll see him, and then you'll swipe and you'll see something else, and then you'll swipe again and there he is again. It's like, holy cow.
But even if you hide the main account, he's got enough where like the meme pages will start reposting his stuff.
Right.
And you won't get his content, but you'll get the meme pages content of him.
Yep.
But then you just use my Scotty Dog technique. I'm getting off the TikTok algorithm.
I was just gonna say, Scotty, tell us about that technique, will you?
Just go take a 2-minute dump. Leave it on Taylor Swift. Leave it on something off to make money online or something that you really like. Just leave it there, and it'll just keep going and going and going. And then I'm obviously kidding. I don't go take a dump when I do that. But if you just, the reason it works for me, because I've done it before where I'll forget because I'm old, and I'll be like downstairs, like, what was I doing? Where's my phone? And it's still on like some, I don't know, something that music channel or something. And then I'll be off the make money online space for a good couple days. So it works.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just never on Make Money.
I'm so jealous of you.
God, you're so lucky.
Although there are some good people in this space.
It's not that I hate everybody, and I'm like, I just like Taylor Swift more.
Yeah.
I'm with you. My FYP has evolved to basically Taylor Swift lesbian conspiracy theories, and that's all I care about now.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not trying to learn how to make money online the newest, latest, greatest way. I want to know about why her album title is relating to Carly and her, and how they, I just
absolutely.
That's all I care about.
But also, can we talk about NSYNC making an appearance at the VMAs last night?
Can we talk about the NSYNC TikTok account that's got no content?
They're coming back. They're going to do a final tour.
But
it's going to be launched with the Troll movie. And then Troll will launch exclusively in certain theaters like Taylor did, partnered with Disney in all AMC. Something similar, I think, will happen. Like, if we want to swing it back into marketing, I would think that that is where AMC will withstand the game of monthly sales.
So this popped up in the past 2 days. Somebody found it. It came across my page. Somebody found it. Like, oh yeah, this has 45 followers. Well, now they're at 6,300, and they're like you said, they're building the hype. It's gonna be. This is 100% gonna be a splash when they come on and arrive and start posting content here.
Nice.
Well, the rumbling is specifically it's for the Troll movie, and even in the trailer of the Troll movie, Justin Timberlake's character, who is a part of the boy band in the movie, says, I read an article about it today, says, we're out of sync, and the only way to get back in sync is to get out in the streets.
What?
Or something like that. So the trailer's out there, the copy's out there. They've made their appearance at the VMAs, which, when you think about the last time they were together and performed live, it was the video award that Michael got. or Justin got that Michael had gotten previously, I think. So there's a lot of cool rumblings in there, but just to look at it from a marketing perspective, masterclass.
Oh yeah.
I just hope my 2 girls aren't old enough because I love troll movies, and I hope they haven't outgrown them because I can't wait for the next one. So I'm excited.
Yeah. My girls love the troll movies.
They're awesome.
I'm just excited for NSYNC.
Although
Anything.
I did see a comment who's like, my broke millennial self is scared to see how much these concert tickets are going to cost when they come back.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I'll just pay whatever it's going to be. I just have swallowed it. By the way, if you would like to join us, you can find our stuff at
Yeah, it's on the screen. It's on the ticker.
shop.digitalmarketingmisfits.com. Yeah. Well, how much merch do we have on now? I got the hat. We got a couple of shirts.
I got a shirt on. Yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah.
your replacement shirt's on the way, by the way, buddy. And you did order the wrong one.
Got a small.
I want to see a TikTok.
God, Tyler's a 2X and he ordered a small.
Yeah. I want to see the halter top.
There's so much good stuff on there that he confused himself. So let the marketing lesson be learned. Don't put a whole bunch of stuff out there.
That's true. But again, it always goes back to marketing campaigns. Launch campaigns start long before you're ever live.
That is true.
It was the Blair Witch. Now it's going to be Trolls movie in sync when they're farewell tour.
How long is that farewell tour going to last?
Until
I don't
the
know,
Rolling Stones
15 years.
retire.
Yeah.
I could see it being a even a potential residency for them to not have to travel. They'll make it a short stint, similar to what Adele did.
In Vegas?
That's where most residencies I think would be held, but I don't see them. I see it being very niche. Potentially, maybe they'll go on a stadium tour and
I
do
feel like
all
they're
that.
too old
But
for that.
they're
I-
too
I
old
would-
for that, is what I was thinking.
I would die. Like, and they're older than me.
Yeah.
Right.
Just go to Vegas, then they'll do a show. They'll do a doubleheader
Yeah.
with Brittany. It'll be great.
Well, wait.
I saw Brittany in Vegas.
Speaking of
I
Vegas,
did too.
I love her.
Let's meet in Vegas for NSYNC also. Just make it a plan. Pencil it in.
Down.
done. Speaking of Vegas, did you hear Vegas is getting hacked right now? I
Yes.
guess everything's down.
3 days now, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it 3 days? I only
Yeah.
came across my page yesterday.
Yeah. They're
Dude,
kind of
all-
MGM's trying to keep the lid on it, but thanks social media.
TikTok. It came out. That's why they want to ban TikTok. Because all the registers are down. All the slot machines. They're paying every slot payout in hand.
The slot
Oh my
machines are down.
God.
Do you realize the insurance payout on that? Because
Dude, the
they're
slot-
losing millions a day, millions an
Dude, they're
hour.
checking people in by paper with
Oh my
clipboards.
gosh.
Is that every place or just certain hotels?
I
and
think
MGM
things?
hotels.
most of the hotel, most of the stuff on the strip. I think everything that's on a certain network is
Okay.
down. It's not just MGM.
Well,
Unless MGM has multiple.
MGM has three in their sphere.
They have multiple properties.
Yeah.
So they have the MGM, their side MGM property.
the Luxor too.
I believe so. And then New York is one of theirs.
Yep. Yeah.
Sucks.
Excalibur might be one of theirs.
Yep.
It makes sense. It's right there all next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they own that whole end. Well, shit, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Lot.
that's a big chunk. You know,
I mean,
obviously
yeah.
it's not the Bellagio, but you know, it's still a lot of fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, think about this though too. Is that there has to be? They probably scaled down human capital because of everything was automated in machines. All of a sudden, yeah, sure. They have to keep the money. Everyone's seen Ocean's 11 knows they have to keep cash to cover every chip on the floor. So they have the money. It's just the manpower, to disperse it.
Right.
I mean, I was just there. So thinking about anytime you go to cash out, like anybody on any slots is going to get a ticket. The ticket you take to a machine. And then anytime you walk to a cage, if it's early in the day, you're going to have maybe 3 people in the cage, I feel like. And Yeah, you're exactly right. Oof. Long days.
Well, also, are all the cameras, are they all on a network too that's down? All the eye in the sky?
Oh hell.
Probably.
I feel like there's some like plot about to take place.
This
you know
is
what I
going to be a
mean?
movie.
They're
Yeah.
Are
probably-
you going to tell me there isn't like a cybersecurity team that works for, right? They're probably getting fired, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
either that,
Yeah,
either that, or whatever third-party company that they use to
Yeah.
set up like 1 million firewalls. Some
Yeah.
hacker just was able to hack into everything and shut everything down.
Yeah.
Or it's
For
an
a bounty.
inside job.
What
Or
was
it's
that,
an
Jen?
inside job.
Yeah.
Inside job.
Is
They
it like
shut the casinos
ransomware?
down.
Yes, it's ransomware.
Hmm.
Is
Why
that
not
what is?
just pay the ransom?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
Huh?
probably somebody that just got hired there. They opened up an email from like their grandmother, and
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
and boom,
Click
it's
on
over.
click
The
on a
risk
link
manager
from
is like,
Amazon link.
no.
Right.
I
Yeah.
found this thumb drive on the floor. Let me go plug it in.
Let me play my buddy's like mixtape real quick.
Pictures of NSYNC from the VMAs. Click.
Ironically,
know
that
it's
you guys
probably a
just said
stupid
that.
reason.
Paid them because Caesars paid them a few weeks before they announced their attack. So Caesars just paid them.
Oh, it is a ransomware. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're hitting everybody, and then basically who pays and who doesn't pay.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be such a really good movie in 5 years when they make it. So, did anyone see?
Well, they have to
Barb,
go to prison first, and then
That's true. Ocean's 15. Barb, did the Ocean Gate documentary come out? Did you see that?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Has it come out though?
Wasn't there something on Netflix?
There was a lot of hype, and I was just thinking of events that become movies or documentaries.
Yeah, I feel like I would have heard about it, but I will be watching.
Jamar, if Coast Guard was more like the SEALs, you guys would already have a movie out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Coast Guard's only had like Ashton Kutcher and like they've had like a couple random movies.
The Guardian was good though. I enjoyed that movie. I don't know how accurate
Yeah.
and true to life it was, but it was a good storyline.
Not even remotely close to true.
I figured. But, hey, you know what though? The hamster wheel guy.
Yeah.
That could be a movie. Not a movie. That's probably like a side piece.
I mean,
of a
if
episode
he was
somewhere.
after a lot of attention, he got it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a 15-minute, 15 minutes of fame. But yeah, the hamster wheel was. He spent a lot of time. That thing looked elaborate with all
It
the,
did. Yeah.
with all the pontoons and everything on it. Like it looked like he'd be fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is the Atlantic Ocean is like 5,000 miles across. Like he'd never make it.
Would
How
he
much
be
liquor
fine?
he got in there?
Would he have been fine, Jamar?
Yes.
5,000 miles across the Atlantic in hurricane season?
Florida man.
No,
All day.
no. It's like I said earlier. He wouldn't have made it more than 50 miles.
No. Yeah. I mean, Red Bull's doing crazy stunts, I guess. That would have been 100%. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, we were talking about them all the time. They do viral stunts, but that was not an official
Yep.
Red Bull thing. Yeah, anyone wants to go down a Google rabbit hole. There's a guy who tried to cross the Atlantic. I think today, was it today or was it yesterday? Tried to cross the Atlantic on a hamster wheel, and the Coast Guard arrested him like 5 miles offshore.
That's bullshit.
Again, I don't think he ever would have made it.
Let the man live.
Reagan, what did you? Oh, did you just drop all the MGM properties? Is that what you did?
yeah, it's 12 properties,
Oh.
and one of those is the Bellagio.
Dang, so they hit everybody, like the whole damn
That's
strip.
all MGM properties.
Damn. So the Aria, the Beau Rivage, Bellagio, Borgata, the Cosmopolitan, Delano,
Damn.
Empire City, Excalibur, Luxor, the Mandalay Bay, MGM Grand, Las Vegas, MGM National Harbor, Northfield Park, Springfield, New York, Nomad, the Park, and Nevada.
So it's not just geographically; it's all the way. It's all their properties everywhere, not just Vegas.
Yeah. Well, most of them are in Vegas, but yeah, if it's all on the same network, dude, that's so. But although, will the exposure get people to maybe go there?
I mean, one of them is right next to my house. Maybe I should go. over there
Yeah, go and
try
see if they're cashing them out.
Yeah.
I mean, if their security's jacked
No,
up,
they're
you know
shut
that the
down.
people are gonna. What's that?
It says they're shut down. Their ATMs are shut down. No cash outs right now. They're just like,
Yeah, so they're gonna be hurting.
Yeah.
Is the buffet still open?
Maybe.
Well, they say
have to make
they
money.
say that.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that they say the biggest threat to the United States and to government and everything right now is hackers, is people overseas infiltrating, shutting down systems, power grids, casinos, whatever it may be. It's a massive threat. So if you're looking and getting into a new industry that's going to probably pay a lot of money over the next 10 years, it's probably cybersecurity.
That's how North Korea stays afloat. I just watched the whole documentary about that.
Yep.
Explain. They don't have the internet there.
They use hacker. Yes, they do. They do have the internet, and they use hackers and cybersecurity and stuff, and they hack into things, and they make billions with a B, dollars a year by hacking other countries and other like businesses and stuff. They make billions, and that's how he ended up funding a bunch of the stuff. Like he created that ski slope as you first come in, and he created amusement parks and everything else. But he's using all that money from hacking. And they were talking about how it's like a modern day.
They're sanctioned by the entire world. They have no economy. Where does their money come from?
It comes from people sending Bitcoin when people pretend to be us.
and keep in mind, this happens every single day in this country with municipalities, with everything like that. It's just
all the time.
They have insurance policies. Insurance pays it, and so these are probing. They've been going on for a very long time. And Jamar, you're 100% right. We were worried about an EMP. Nah, it's not going to take that. Our infrastructure sucks. I mean, Chet, the guy down at the overnight security guard, you think he cares? He's going to push a button, let somebody into the whatever system, the water treatment facility. Yeah, all day long.
I love Scotty. I love your cynicism so much. It's so refreshing. It's like, hey, you think they fucking guys are doing anything? Nah.
Yeah, he's not guarding anything.
Yeah, there you go. Tyler says people if with the right certifications, no degree, $150K starting.
Why is that
because
not
it's
a TikTok side hustle?
Because it's a high
marketing.
Because you can resell somebody else's course for $497.
Yeah, you could copy and paste videos and not have to do
2 hours
anything.
a day.
Okay, so Davey,
10 to 20K a day.
Davey and Tyler are both in this very much, but you guys could. That is something you could legitimately teach and coach people on to get prepared for certain certifications, because people will pay for that shortcut. So
yeah,
you don't have to be all the way in it.
Well, there also is a content opportunity there. There's somebody that's probably Chief Geek. You've probably seen this guy come across TikTok. He's got the black and yellow sound deadening behind him. He had a series going on where he built the reasonably secure laptop. And people basically, he's teaching cybersecurity as like, he's like, I'm an IT professional, cybersecurity professional. I'm going to build a laptop and show you what I'm doing and why. And it's a series. I feel like every big creator, not even just our space, every space, they grow and they hit loyal fans for a series, something that's running that people are coming back to all the time. And I feel like nothing better than builds. I mean, I know Jason watches a bunch of build series. I watch people build stuff like car builds. Yeah, they're hard to make, but they get people to invested.
Yeah.
Because you want to see the end result. So 100% use digital product. Here's everything that's on the reasonably secure PC. Link in bio. Yeah, Tyler.
How to recruit people from Walmart. Do you know the little security checkers there to check your receipt? Those fuckers take that shit serious.
Yes. Although I'll tell you what, Sam's Club has an app now where you scan with your phone as you go through the store. You skip the line and you show a little barcode. They scan the barcode and they're looking like, all right, good, you're done.
That's dope.
Awesome.
But I do have to say, I learned this from Carrie, the lawyer. She's from Arkansas, but she blew up during the laundry case. That's my side of TikTok. See, Barb, there we are again.
Yeah.
However, she said that if you accidentally do that and don't scan something, they can come back and get you for theft, even if it wasn't like intentional or something like that. So they go back and review that as far as loss and prevention goes. on a very regular basis.
I mean, I could understand that because I mean, the burden of proof is on you to prove that it wasn't intentional.
Right.
Like, yeah. Imagine getting arrested for that. Like, oh, fucking forgot to scan a bag of chips, and now I'm getting arrested.
Yeah, but the bag of chips is huge because you're at Costco, so I don't think you can. You know what I mean? It's
like a $3 bag of chips. So it's huge. Yeah.
You know, it's not a jar of pickles; it's the tray of pickles that you're walking out with.
Yeah, I forgot to scan it. Sorry.
Wrong.
But you know what though? If you're getting arrested over a bar of pickles, that's when you just flip on TikTok live and just go, "Oh, they're arresting me over pickles," and you'll go viral.
Yeah.
Well, think about all the self-checkout too. She said that about self-checkout. Self-checkout goes the same way. I mean, I'm sure. I'm curious to see what the number is on how much is lost due to self-checkout. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, that's a good because when I interned at Sam's Club many moons ago in college, their target for loss prevention was under 1.5% of sales. That was their. You got to keep shrink under 1.5%. And I think my store was at like 1.2, 1.1. They were like, "Oh, we're doing okay." Which I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad. I have no point of reference, but I feel like if you get to keep 99% of everything, I feel like that's okay.
I'm not verifying the statistic. It's just what's at the top of Google. So there's that. But 4% of items scanned at self-checkout are not being paid for on average. It had cost $1.6 billion to whoever this is about in 2015 alone. That was 2015. So like,
but they save it in salary because they don't have to pay cashiers or baggers. So
yeah, and you would still have theft even if you had cashiers working, and they're gonna miss stuff. They're gonna let their friends come through and not scan shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't get paid enough to care. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole lot of marketing going on tonight.
Oh, so much. This, you know what? We always have one of these episodes where it's like we talk about nothing. But I appreciate everybody who's been hanging with us the whole time. We love you.
$3 billion a year was the estimate in the end of 2022 for Walmart.
$3 billion in lost sales? Jeez. Imagine how much. Like, it's crazy to me.
Make sure you guys tune in. I was going to say, make sure you guys tune in next week for our 2 weeks from now for a special.
Who's got the delete button?
And 2 weeks after that, it's going to be another special guest. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We appreciate you guys showing up for these live.
Oh yeah, it's a special guest.
What's in 2 weeks? Well, Fun Hacking Live is in 2 weeks. Is that the special episode, or are we bringing Odie on? When's Odie coming?
Yeah, he's going to come on October. I think it's 11th or 14th. So it's the following show.
So we're a month out.
So we're gonna have we're a month out. It's going to be a rather large YouTuber, but he's been in the affiliate marketing space. He's got his own SaaS company now. He's done everything from blogging. He's created digital courses. He's somebody who, if you were around YouTube, say 4 or 5 years ago, he was producing a ton of content back then, really helpful content when that was one of the prime ways to get traffic to your affiliate products, whether your own digital products or you were just trying to grow your brand. Like YouTube was like the number one place that people started. Whereas today, a lot more people can grow followings a lot faster using, social short form content, right? So it's kind of transitioned over the last like 4 or 5 years from long form YouTube. YouTube is as big a player as it's ever been. It's still, but the path of least resistance right now to building a brand is easily done on TikTok or Reels or, Instagram or anything like that. But he comes with years, like almost like a decade's worth of experience in the affiliate marketing space. And it's definitely guys want to tune into that show. We're probably going to talk a lot about AI since his software is about blogging, and he's added in some ChatGPT stuff. And he's probably been the last like 6 months has been really heavy into AI because I mean, I'm surprised that's the first time we've mentioned AI in an episode, because we usually say something about AI at least once every show.
49 minutes in is our first mention of AI. That's a record.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And AI with regards to creating content fast and getting it out there and actually ranking for keywords is a massive game changer for bloggers and things like that, where you can crank out 100 times more content in the same period of time, right? In the same 30-day stretch. So I think people who are learning how to use ChatGPT and use some of these, I guess you could call them, I mean, they're softwares that are built on top of, that's what all these AI companies that are, software companies that are coming out, they're using ChatGPT 4 as like the wrapper to their software, right? They build a pretty suite and an interface and a UI, and then they just add in a ChatGPT and logic and all of that stuff, which enhances the overall platform. And it's just interesting to me that I think a lot more people are going to be using AI to make money online than kind of what's happening right now. I feel like it's still in an adoption phase, but there's going to be people who learn how to leverage it in a big way, especially when it comes to digital marketing and automating. I think High Level is really, really deep into this stuff right now, where they're going to be doing AI automation with the booking and conversations and things like that, where you literally will be hands off in the booking process, where you can let ChatGPT have complete conversations with people and get them booked on a call based off of their responses and stuff to questions. So yeah, I think that we're kind of, and I also think that the Level Up Summit is going to be have some pretty heavy AI sessions as well. So
yeah, I can't wait. That'll be fun, because I know I've been playing around in workflows, and there's a lot of AI stuff that I can't quite get to work. Because I thought like you could be like, oh, someone books a call, someone doesn't book a call, AI will just fire up, will just follow up with them for 48 hours till it gets one or does not. But I can't get it right to fire. But I think the key though with AI is going to be making it undetectable to places like Google.
But you know what, Don? The cool thing about High Level 2 is there's plenty of people developing that for us that will just we can, almost like Integrately or something, just put a skin on there and use theirs.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Or just Snap, please.
It's like
I think there's also to be
chat.
said automating tasks, right? It's not necessarily the prompts that are the power. It's automating the tasks.
Yes.
And getting your audience to do what you want them to without, having to respond a whole bunch of ways, or the tedious things, right? Like Scotty and I, we were building the mugs today, and just being able to build that one piece of a workflow, that automated tasks, the automation is also AI, and we can't forget about that piece.
Yeah. And you did something cool with that with Instagram too, though.
Oh yeah. Tell us about that automation.
Yeah.
I have a pretty cool little loop where I have, based on specific responses, a call to action that says either go to my link in my profile, or if you're a go-getter, send me a DM with a certain call to action. And then based on that call to action, it sends them a direct link, and I don't say a word.
It's awesome.
So awesome.
And you got a sale from that too, right?
Yeah, we were talking about that well, I don't know. Sale, Scotty was talking.
Yeah, the person was attempting to swipe their credit card.
Yeah.
Whether or not it went through is another difference. I'll consider that a win.
Yeah.
I think the pipeline itself, I set one up in High Level just to watch it start filling up. It had like 12, I think, in it the last I checked.
That's what I want to see too. I want to see a visual representation of the workflow from AI, like blink, blink. That would help. I'm waiting for that day to happen.
You want him to draw it in crayon too? So
that would be nice. I'm not a Marine, but sure.
Wait, you mean that it does that in Make? When it runs a task, when you hit run, it'll pop it up at the top of it.
So you could like test it and see like if your logic works.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I need. I don't have DOM logic, so I need to like actually.
I don't have DOM logic either.
You do. That's what I want to see. I'm going. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, now we're going to talk about marketing. Jamar saved the day with AI. It's just AI. All this is becoming an AI podcast.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I feel like we're still on the upswing. Like I still feel like we're like years from hitting an apex with it. I think there's a lot of money. People are going to create businesses just off. And when I say businesses, not even software. It's like people are going to create, solve problems for large corporations using AI, and they're going to be able to sell them these problem solving prompts and things like that for tens and $100,000. Because if you can solve, it's like we always talk about all the time. It's like all about solving problems. So if you can, and every single business has problems, speed bumps, there's always something that needs to be fixed. And if you can come to them with a solution and let AI do the thinking for you, I think that's, I think the people who learn how to do this AI engineering stuff now, they're going to benefit when they try to monetize a business idea or a business plan the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where we'll end it. So it's on AI. Guys, we really need an outro. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, please leave us a review, or better yet, take a screenshot on your phone, post it to social media, and tag us, Digital Marketing Misfits, or just use the hashtag Digital Marketing Misfits. And for extra bonus content you can't get anywhere else, go to digitalmarketingmisfits.com.